Alright, how am I going? That barely worked. Barely worked. Oh, for the pattern holes. Oh no, I don't have a tracing wheel. I don't have a tracing wheel, so. Alright. Did that seriously not work? Did that seriously not even work? It didn't even work. Alright. None of this is getting traced. Oh! It's slowly appearing. Just make sure to thoroughly saturate these spots. Okay. I don't know what any of these spots represent, but they're there, so they are there. They are there, so alright. There we go. Cool, that worked. Ish. That worked. Okay. Let's try this out. I like the music reminds me of a movie set in the 60s. Those old timey dance clubs, it was the 70s. I mean, this music is from the 20s, but yeah, close enough. It's like you're within the right century. No, I like the music as well. I'm a big fan of this kind of music. I'm a big fan. Big fan of this kind of music. Seriously? What is this? That. Like that. That's gonna get pushed on there. Like that. Okay. Alright, that's my mouth position. I should really glue this on. Again, I'm not sure how I'm gonna do this. That's inside, outside eye. This is inside and outside eye. There we go. So close to 20 years old. I'm just ribbing you. I'm just kidding with you. I'm just kidding. I'm a terrible person. Alright, there we go. Just don't want it to look too concerned, yo. That's the only kind of thing I'm worried about. I'm like, does this look too concerned now? It looks a bit concerned. Alright, there's one ear. And then here's another ear. Like that. Or like that. Possibly like that. Something sticky, uppy. Alright, that kind of looks good, I think. It's hard to tell, but there's just not going to be a border around the whole cat, so the whole face will look like slightly smaller, squished, whatnot, right? Okay, that works. Alright, actually, what I do need to do is I need to trace out my stitch lines for this ear. Because the ear is complicated to make. I need to trace exactly where I'm stitching it. And then I need to actually do stitching for it, so. Alright, so I'm gonna sew to around about here. I'm gonna sew to around about there to around about there. I think that's gonna be good. I'm not yet decided how I want to do this. Stitch from there to here. Okay. Alright. Oh, Oh, you're just jesting. Okay, okay. Good. Looks good. I hope so. I really hope so. I haven't decided how I'm going to stabilize the ears either. Because Alex told me a trick that I feel like I should do, but I'm just not sure if it's going to work out the way I want it to work out, right? So he told me if I put a rivet inside the ear, and then if I rivet it on afterwards, then that's going to work, like, better. I don't know though. I don't know. I don't know. Because he said that I should put a rivet on like one side of the ear. So the ear is two pieces that it's like back and front, right? So if I take off the front and then I put a rivet through that, and then I cover it, and then I just have a little bit sticking out at the end so that I can put a hole through the bag, and that would keep the ears like from flopping. I just don't know if it's necessary for this because these ears are much smaller than Hugo's ears. So I'm not 100% certain whether that's going to be even necessary, to be honest. Under the white part, or even like there, like if I take off the black and white cover, if I just put a rivet through that center part and have it dangling out, you know? It sounds like it would work, but at the same time, I don't know if it's necessary. Hey, did we mark off the poll? The poll was tails. Do we have any mods in chat who can mark off the tails poll? The poll for tails. This is definitely the most nerve-wracking part of it. I don't know how people do this, honestly. Don't know how people do this. Scary, scary. I know you can't. I know. They have got distracted and started tidying. Happens all the time. Happens in this stream too, even. You're not even missing a lot. It's fine. We're just, we're debating whether I need to put a rivet in now or not. Because I was thinking if I put the rivet, I mean, then it's going to be at least a little bit, I don't know. I don't know if it's necessary. I still don't know if it's necessary. It might not be necessary. Anime lover, thank you so much. Thank you. Well, let me from bed. That's fine. Kitty's got us. Kitty's got us. 6.9k goes to Kiki and 4 others. Nice. I think it would work, but if it's only under the white part, I would worry it would show through. Yeah, that's what Alex said. That's what Alex said. I think it should be okay. Like 2 layers of leather, right? That should be okay. But I just don't know if it's necessary. That's another thing. Like I don't know if it's necessary per se. It will definitely hold the ears in structure-wise though. Like, it will keep them firmly on, and I won't have to kind of worry about it as much. So that would be kind of nice in one way. And it's just, look, another thing is that if I do this, I'll need to document this and then tell other people to do this. Maybe it'd be like optional, you know, like if your ears are too big, what you can do is this thing, right? Maybe. Maybe. Something like that. Yeah. Alright, I gotta get my phone. Alright. Okay. You have ADHD too? 2 with a double O, yes I do. I think, sort of, maybe. Might not even, you know? Might not even. Who's to say? Kitty's rolling her eyes right now. Kitty is rolling her eyes right now. I can feel it. She's countries away. Alright, what am I gonna do? So, what I wanna do is position this correctly and, right, Kitty, am I gonna put whiskers on top of the goddamn muzzle? Because I've got a specific muzzle here. My TikTok keeps showing me ADHD TikTok. Honestly, mental health TikTok is like the worst TikTok. It's just fucking horrible. Fucking hate it. It's the worst. Diagnoses are hard to nail down sometimes. Yeah. It's like, you know, just because a doctor tells you you have something doesn't mean you have something. You know what I mean? That's how it is. That's how it is. However, you know, there are much more interesting things about me than, like, any sort of diagnoses that I get. You know? You know what I mean? With the stitches, what were you thinking for the whiskers? Right, for the whiskers, I wasn't sure how I was going to do it. So I was thinking either the whiskers come from underneath the muzzle so that they don't have to kind of like travel across. You know, I've got this really thick top stitching thread, right? So I was thinking of doing it that way, either being on top or underneath, right? So I'm just worried about whether it's going to look kind of like squashed if I do it on top of the muzzle rather than it from coming underneath. However, I don't think that whiskers coming from underneath the muzzle works at the same time. This is so hard. You do it on top. Because I also wanted to make the muzzle look a little bit 3D as well. So I wanted to put some foam underneath the muzzle, kind of bulk it out a bit. And now I'm just not sure of myself, you know? I'm just not sure of myself how I'm going to stitch this. I'm going to go around the lip, I guess, and then go around the muzzle itself. This whole thing! This whole thing! This is why pattern makers get paid what they do, which is almost nothing, but, you know, it's why you need us. Because we're the ones who riddle these things out for you. We riddle this out. What if what? What if what? What if what? I think I'm gonna bite the bullet and put rivets in the back. You started the stitch from the end of the whisker, left the thread long, and connected with a single stitch into the muzzle. Like a... Why? 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 I'm not worried about my machine going over the thickness, just so you know. I'm just worried about it looking weird transitioning from a flat face into like a fat muzzle. That's what I'm worried about. Because then it wouldn't compress the muzzle. Oh. I think I see what you're saying. I have a single connection point like whiskers do. You don't think it would be too far out? Albeit, that being said, where I started the whiskers on this sheet is, I don't know if you can see it, but they're pretty close to the edge. You know, it is literally one stitch, like, onto the thingy. The thingamajiggy. It is literally one stitch. Not 100% sure how it would look. Ah! That's what's so nerve-wracking. I'm tempted to just like abandon this and just what I actually can do is I can sew this to the bottom here. These are things I can do, you know. I'm definitely not scared of pivoting. Where necessary, I'm just kind of like pivot, we're gonna pivot if I want to do something hard like some other day. Because sometimes you don't want to do the hard thing that day. You want to do the easy thing, you know? Do a sample. You're a sample. I don't do samples of nothing. Nothing. A little bit of compression would mimic the dimples on a cat's face where the whiskers grow. There are dimples? There are dimples? I never thought about that. I don't have a cat, so unfortunately I don't know the intricacies of cat. I'm possibly the worst person to be making a cat bag at the moment, but I really wanted a cat bag. Who doesn't want a black cat bag? Black cat bag. Who doesn't want a black cat bag? Alright? I'm like very anxious about this. There are dimples? Maybe it'll look alright then? Question mark? Mine has little dimples where our whiskers grow. Really? I don't know. Maybe it won't look so bad then. I want it to look supremely beautiful. That's all I want. I just want it to look magical, okay? That's why I've got this esoteric lining over here, because I want the whole thing to look magic, okay? But right now I haven't done anything for ages except for position like stuff on the face, so I feel like I need to get somewhere. I'm being very pedantic about this kind of stuff. Alright. It's not even that important, probably. I'm probably the only one who's going to notice. That being said, like, I made major mistakes with the previous bag that now I look at it and I'm like, oh, you rookie, that looks like shit. You should have, like, thought about this harder or something, you know? So, it's like, that's what I'm trying to avoid, like, kicking myself later on down the line. It's a bitch, like, I can't find the plastic sleeves I packaged my cards in. No. Time to buy some new ones. Time to buy some new ones! Alright. Now, we are pivoting. We're just pivoting. Fuck you, we're pivoting. I can pivot if I want to pivot, alright? Hey, by the way, guys, it's Alex's birthday tomorrow. Isn't that so exciting? Gotten him some cute little presents that are gonna arrive today. I'm super excited. We're gonna go to a lovely dinner. Lovely din-dins tonight. It's gonna be fantastic. Did you get him a strongman onesie? Why would I get him a strongman onesie? No, that's what I got you for your birthday, remember? Making mistakes is part of being new at something. That's how we learn to do better. No, I must be perfect from the start. Happy birthday to Alex tomorrow. Yeah, you guys are gonna see him for a little while. And then he's leaving in like the middle of the day to go on his freaking all-week camping trip, which I'm quite annoyed about. Camping. Who wants to go camping? Alex, apparently. Alex loves camping. Gotta head back to work. No worries. Have a good one. I'm gonna sew this. I'm gonna sew this because YOLO. That's right. That's right. YOLO. Okay? Debbie is gonna sew this. Okay? It's gonna be fantastic. I'm gonna trim off a little bit of this side. Okay? I hate camping too. What the fuck with camping? Who wants to go camping? Absolute bonkers. Nobody wants to go camping. Alright, I'm cutting off a bit from the bottom of this because it's going to be folded inward. Alright. So, it's got to be a little bit shorter so that when it folds, it's the correct size, okay? Now I'm going to move over to the sewing machine and sew this ice cream cake. Sailing is like camping, but a lot better. Ugh. I don't mind sailing. Sailing sounds alright. Sorry, hit cam for a second. Give me a minute. Booby cam. Oh, for fuck's sake, not again. I don't know what I'm gonna do about this camera, to be honest. I don't know what I'm gonna do about it. Do not know what I'm gonna do about this camera. Because... Nah. Fuck's sake. You little fucker. You little fucker. I hate this. AC, flush toilets, hot showers, that's a lot better. You're right, it is a lot better. Alex actually had to buy like a portable shower to go tomorrow. I'm like, anywhere that requires me to be in a portable shower is not worth it. Oh, for fuck's sake. I don't know if I'm gonna get this camera to work again. The second I move it, that's the worst part. The very second that I move this camera, you know, it's just... The very second I move it... Okay, I think it works. I haven't brushed my hair today, so sorry in advance for all of this, whatever's happening over here. It's not pretty. It's not pretty. Alright. Okay, so what I gotta do is sew stuff. Trying to decide if I need anything else. I think I've got everything. I love ice cream cake. I would love to get Alex ice cream cake for his birthday. Alas, he is lactose intolerant. Just bullshit. Who would ever decide to be lactose intolerant? Seriously. Who would ever decide it? It's absolute crap. Because ice cream cake is the best. Closely followed by cheesecake.